Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Oklahoma City. How are you doing this beautiful morning? Oh, what a thrill. Thank you, Reverend Drinkwater. I appreciated that. You don't know. It's so inspiring to hear a good message on a Saturday morning, not only on a Sunday morning, but on a Saturday morning. And Reverend Drinkwater and that Redeemed Drill Team, Redeemed Dream Team has done a fantastic job. Mrs. Downey, I know that tape is coming. I have a tape here for you of another thing. But welcome to the Clara Luper radio show where we're live. We're in beautiful living color. We're doing things in a different way. Thank you, Lex. Thank you, Oklahoma City. And hopefully by now you've called that friend, you've called that neighbor, you've invited them to be a part of this, the Clara Luper radio show, where we will be bringing to you some of the very best in new history. You know, not old history, not only old history, because we can do that, but in new history, because we're going to be bragging on what's going to be happening this week, this coming week. This has been a little difficult week for our entire family, and I say our family, I'm talking about our Oklahoma City family, because a good friend of ours passed, and it was been a little struggle, but we've been able to make it. And I just want our Ola's family to know that we love her dearly, still love her dearly, appreciate everything that she's done to help Merlin Hildred, to help the Loopers, to help the Wesleys, to do what she's done, do what she did to do. And it's just something special. But good things will be happening. Great things will be happening because you're listening. We're going to be telling you a lot more. We got a couple of things coming up that are going to be exciting to you, not only in Oklahoma City, not only in Loudon, Oklahoma, not only almost in Tulsa, not only over there in Clinton and Weatherford, but we got some good things that we will be discussing with you. Our big thing now, though, is to let you know that you have to call that friend, call that neighbor, and let them be a part of this, the Clara Luper Radio Show, live and in beautiful color, February the 3rd, 2007. Great things will be happening. Sit back. Don't relax. Get your pen and paper ready. So, Lex, I'm ready. Go on and lay that out for me, will you? Okay. Good things are happening. The Lord will make a way. The Lord will make a way when, it be dark sometime and you say, dog, how can I get out of this? And the Lord will make a way. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for being the Lord. Thank you for giving us an opportunity to be a part of your world, because we know that without you, nothing would be possible. But then I am Calvin Luper. I am live. I am in living color. But then on the other end, I have none other than the owner, the producer, the director, none other than my dear sweet mother, Clara Luper. Mom, welcome to your radio show. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine this morning, and how are you, Calvin?
Oh, just totally fantastic.
Today is a sad day with me.
Is it?
Yes.
Why?
It's a sad day because one of our devoted club members will be buried today. Jamie Lurks. Funeral today will be at Tabernacle Baptist Church at 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, we will say goodbye to one of our faithful, devoted, dedicated members, Jamie Lurks.
Oh, Mom, and I was just talking about our good friend, Ola Perry, who had passed last week and whose services were last week. And then this week, I don't know.
Well, Jamie Lurks was a club member that was devoted, that you couldn't make angry. And I don't care what would happen, she would always be dedicated to the principles of the Amigos Club. Yes, when we think of Jamie, we think of what Christianity is all about. So devoted, so understanding, so willing to help. Oh, how we loved Jamie Lurks. We loved her with a passion. And she loved us. Because when she found out that Oklahoma City University was giving me a doctorate degree, an honorary doctorate degree, she was in Dallas, Texas. And she called and she said, Clara, I will be there. Sickness prevented her from being here in Oklahoma City with me.
Mm.
But her prayers, her dreams, her hopes were all with me. And I thank God for Jamie. I thank God for a club member that you could not make angry, a club member that loved with a passion. Oh, Jamie, how we love you, and we tried to show it to you. And we thank God for those children. We thank God for she left to this world some children that would carry on her work of love, her work of understanding, her work of passion. Oh, Jamie, how we love you.
Oh, Mom.
Yes,
That's,
we love Jamie.
That's extremely touching. But then the truth, I mean, it's some more truth about Mrs. Lurks is that she not only was a club member, but she also did everything she could to help the NAACP Youth Council.
And
She did everything she could to help the Miss Black Oklahoma. She did everything she could to help young people grow. And in her church, she was active. You know, she just was not just a club member. She was a young lady that made her time here on this earth. She made a definite impact on all of us that were fortunate enough to have met her and to even just have been around her was inspirational. So it was a quiet strength, but it was a strength that you had to take with you. It was a dedication that you had to take with you. Thank you, the Lurks family. Thank you, Brother Lurks, for meeting Mrs. Lurks and bringing her here to Oklahoma City. Thank you, Mrs. Lurks, for being a part of our lives. And when I say our lives, I'm just not talking about the Clara Luper radio show. I'm talking about those of you out there who know her and who had an opportunity to be touched by her life.
She often said, if I can help somebody as I travel along life's highway, then my living will not be in vain. She was sincere about it. Her living was not in vain.
Oh, man. Kind of got me on that one, Mom. I wasn't quite prepared for that. With Iola and then Mrs. Lurks, and then there's another friend, but we'll talk about that a little later on in the radio show because we want to get. I mean, you know, it's not bad news to know that you've gone on, but it is tough for those of us who are still here and have your memories and have your dedication, have your motivation, and have the love that you shared with us. You know, that is the difficult part, I think, on death. But then that's why Raw Funeral Home, that's why Temple Funeral Home, that's why they're in business, because they help you during this time of bereavement. They help you during this time when you really think that there's nothing that you can look forward to. But then you get some professional people working with you, especially those at any of those funeral homes that I talked about. Do you know anything about Raw or Temple Funeral Home?
Yes, Temple Funeral Home is a funeral home that cares, a funeral home that does what it can to help you during the difficult days, the difficult times. But today we extend our sympathy. We extend our sympathy to the Lurks family. The Lurks girls who, when their mother got sick, came to Oklahoma City, moved her to Dallas, and took care of her. Thank God for girls that care. And we cannot say too much for that grandson who did everything he could for his mother. What a tribute.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Lex, let me do this favor for not only those of us here on the show, but then for the community that's listening. Let me get one of those good songs. I know where they come from. I'm not going to brag on that young man, even though he's from Spencer. You know, and he knew Mrs. Lurks well. And he got a little country in him, but I know this song comes from part of his collection there at his studio. So will you play that for me? Thank you. Good things happen when you listen to the Clara Luper Radio Show, where we're live. We're in beautiful living color, and we wanted to get to the studio this morning, but things have a way of making you change your schedule. But then you're with us. That's what's important. that friend, that neighbor, I noticed they're with us too. I'm ready, Lex. Okay, Lex is not ready.
Lex should be ready.
Oh, he should be, but just because he should be don't mean he is, Mom. He's ready now. Okay, you ready, Lex? Not only just to me, but our God is good to you too. Look out that window. Look out that window. You know, touch yourself. Look around and look at your family. Our God is good. He's blessed us with an opportunity to not only see it, but an opportunity to be a part of it. But we have a caller on the other line, and I'm happy for them to be a part of this Clara Luper radio show here on February the 3rd, 2007. And I know that they have something great to say because I know up in the Stillwater area, they're listening and anxious to hear from this dynamic young lady. Good morning, caller.
Calvin, how are you today?
Just totally fantastic.
This is Nancy Randolph Davis.
Will you speak up a little,
to
please?
give a report of the Nancy Randolph Davis Day at Oklahoma State University, and we had a nice program held at 2 o'clock p.m. on Thursday at the Conoco Phillip Alumni Center in the Crick Family East Hall. It was really nice for us to have a program, and this is the second year that we've celebrated the Nancy Randolph Davis Day, all because I became the first African American to enroll at Oklahoma State University. The program was wonderful. Calvin, I wish you and Clara could have been there. We had a welcome by Dr. Smitley, the president of Oklahoma State University. Song Lift Every Voice and Sing, led by Crystal Clarity, graduate assistant multicultural student at Oklahoma State University. Then we had presentations and welcome by Dr. Patricia Knab, the Dean of College of Human Environmental Sciences, and Michael Dexter, who is the president of the African American Student Association. Mrs. Obadiah Offer, president of the Theta Beta chapter of the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. It was so nice to hear the tribute that Tiffany Nixon brought forth. She's the coordinator of the Multicultural Student Center. And then we had speakers, Dr. Nancy Lynn Davis, who was an English instructor at Douglas High School in Oklahoma City, and also a speaker by the name of Calvin O. Davis, who is an attorney with the Legal Counsel and an acting director of the Small Business Administration in Lubbock, Texas. And, of course, my remarks, I was so honored to have my two children to give their viewpoints of how they had been encouraged by what they're doing at Oklahoma State University. Dr. Nancy Lynn Davis, and Attorney Calvin Davis. We had remarks by Dr. Phil Burdine, Assistant Vice President for Instructional Diversity, Director, Multicultural Center at Oklahoma State University. Then we had a nice symposium and refreshments. Refreshments were delicious, colorful, and tasty. We had Dr. Cornell Thomas, Vice President of the Office of Institutional Diversity, to speak, and a wonderful panelist. The wonderful panelists consisted of Dr. Estelle Aquanen of Oklahoma State University, Dr. Tammy Henderson, OSU, Dr. Katie Perry, one of our own from Oklahoma City, and she was good. And Dr. Earl Mitchell was a guest speaker, and he will be retiring this year. I want to say thank you to all of those who attended the program. Thanks to my children, Dr. Nancy Lynn Davis and Calvin Davis, and to all of those attended from Oklahoma City. It was just an interesting day and a wonderful day. I feel proud. I want you to know that I have that self-awareness and pride for Oklahoma State University because I know that Oklahoma State University is one of the best universities in the state and in the
Watch
nation.
out, Nancy.
Watch out.
Thanks, Dr. Smithley, and special thanks to Tiffany Nixon, the coordinator.
Okay.
Thank you, Calvin. I
Thank
can't
you.
hear you if you're talking back to me. I can't hear you, but I want to tell you that I'm so happy that we are celebrating the Nancy Randolph Davis Day. And I want to say special sympathy to the Nurks family. I taught the Nurks girls over at Dungy School, and I know that they are sweet people, but their mother was one that everybody loved because she was a good friend to all of the members of the Amigos Club.
Right.
Have a good day, and may God bless you.
Oh, I'm certain that I hope that he continues to bless not only me, but you and everybody else that is listening. And congratulations on those Oklahoma State University Cowboys doing something special for a black woman, for a black person who's done something not in athletics, but has done something that has helped make that university a better university, almost as good as Langston, almost as good as OU. But then we know that you paid your dues there, and it took a lot for you to be up there. And I look forward to hearing more and to sharing more with our listening audience about what Oklahoma State University is doing to not only show their appreciation to you, but to show their appreciation for the role that we as a race of people have played in the growth and the strength of that university. All right, Auntie? Okay. See?
Isn't it wonderful for them to have a Nancy Randolph Davis Day at Oklahoma State University?
It's amazing. Because when she went there, what they do, they told her to sit in the back of the room and outside the classroom and listen if you can, and then take the test. But she was able to do it. But you know what that is, Mom?
What?
I think that's that strength that comes from wanting to excel and being able to excel. And Nancy Davis has done that, and we're extremely proud of her. Extremely proud of the fact that we had an opportunity after she left Oklahoma State University to work with her at the NACP Youth Council meetings on Monday night at the NACP Youth Council statewide across the state, at the NACP across this nation. But we had an opportunity to share and to be a part of that strength that she showed there. And I feel so great, so good. Just the fact that she did it, she accomplished it. And congratulations, Nancy Lynn, and my good brother, my frat brother, my friendly brother, Calvin Davis, there, because I know you have to do a good job, because a good job was presented to you, and you have to do your best. So, Mom, I don't know where would you like to go from now? Would you like to brag on?
I would like to remind everybody that you should never forget where you came from. Now, this is one thing. Wherever you came from, you should never forget. And if you're from Langston University, don't you forget Langston University.
Well, sometimes you want to forget where you came from, huh?
I know I don't.
You don't?
No. I'm so proud of Hoffman, Oklahoma.
Hoffman?
Oklahoma.
That's so small a town. They ever get a stop sign down there?
You don't need a stop sign.
Don't need a stop sign. The town is so big. But then Hoffman, I guess, is a place to be proud of, or be proud to be from. I know I'm going to catch a lot of flack from some other Hoffman people there, but then they know that I'm telling the truth. We're going to work on a stop sign from down that way. But then let me remind our audience that this part of the program has been brought to you by none other than Hometown IGA. Hometown IGA, where is it? 23rd and Martin Luther King. Right here.
Nor should we forget Chauncey Shadina's Daycare Center.
I want to brag on hometown IGA, Mom.
I'm going to brag on Chauncey Shadina's Daycare Center.
Chauncey
where,
Shadina's
where your
Daycare.
child gets the type of care that you want, that you love, that you appreciate. Thank you, Mrs. Gloria Matthews, Mr. Paul Matthews. Thank you, Mrs. Spotwood. Thank you, all of you that work at that fine daycare.
Oh, there you go, bragging on a
I have
daycare,
something to brag about.
on a daycare center.
If I don't brag about it, who will?
As a daycare center, what good is a daycare center? A daycare center is what? What does Ms. Matthews do different up there?
It gives you the background that you need to really participate in the real world.
In the real world, okay. They help you to learn how to read and to get along with people and all the other basic things that you need as you grow up. But then I wanted to brag about the hometown IGA there, Mom. Cause
I want to brag about my guests I had this week. I've had guests all the week. The Wilson girls.
The Wilson girls.
Yes, they knew I was sick and they came up to help me.
What?
Sasha Marie and Sydney Clara.
Okay, well, let's get back to that. But, Mom, we also have another guest here in the house that we want to talk with, and we want them to expand their information with us. But then the thing is that there's some people over there that I know are listening in the Weatherford area, and they're wondering what the NACP does. They're wondering how the NACP can play a role in their lives. And then they're young people. But then we have a young man here that is, he's going to share with us. I'm not going to tell you his name. I'm going to let him go for himself because we watched him grow up, and we've seen the very best. And I'm going to let him go for himself. He should know from now what to do. So call that friend. Call that neighbor. Tell them, boy, somebody's coming on the air that you've never heard before, but you got a dynamic young man. Good morning. How are you doing, sir?
How are you doing, Calvin? How are you doing, Calvin and Miss Luper and everybody out there in listening audience? This is Andre Carbon, and I just wanted to join Mrs. Luper and Calvin and to let their listening audience know just a little bit about the NAACP experience and not only the NAACP but their programs. And just to remind you that AXO is coming around the corner, and not only is AXO, but NAACP ACT College Preparatory Day. That's on its way out. We can come back and let you know the dates on that, but it's right around the corner, so get ready for it. AXO is the Academic, Cultural, Technological, Scientific Olympics. And what that program does, it's simply a program that goes nationwide, all across the nation. It's a program that you would want your kids to participate on the state level and on the national level. If they win state, they will move on to go to the nationals. And we have a great program here in Oklahoma City and Oklahoma State. And that's a program that you would want your youth to be a part of. We have different categories. Any kind of talent that you think your children might have, I believe they're going to have a place for them in that program. And so just ask a little bit more about the AXO program, and not only that, but the ACT Preparatory Day. And what that day pretty much does is we have someone from Princeton Review come out to Oklahoma City and to explain and to give their secrets and their thoughts about the ACT test. And it's simply easy because they tell you how to pass the test. And the instructor that they tell you how to pass the test. And the instructor that they have come out is a person who scored a perfect score on that test. So pretty much you can't go wrong if you just pay attention, you can't go wrong. And pretty much you'll just pass it if you listen. But yes, I got involved simply because it was something that I needed to be a part of, and I felt that I was involved at a very young age. So at that time, my grandmother and my grandfather, I'm 17, but I got in at a very young age, and I was able to grow up with Mrs. Luper and Calvin and watching all the young people go through the NAACP and to see what they made themselves into today. And it's a very educational experience. I tell you, if you go there every Monday night, you're going to learn something. It's something you're going to walk out of that meeting and you're going to know new. I mean, it's something new that you're going to know. And it's a very fun experience also. And they put the lesson down on you, and you've got to learn something. And once you step in that door, you have to learn something, and it's something that the youth of Oklahoma City needs. I believe it's something that will be able to save our youth in Oklahoma City. So I'm encouraging all the parents out in Oklahoma City and the surrounding areas to bring your youth to Freedom Center at 2609 North Martin Luther King every Monday night at 6 o'clock p.m. where the NAACP meetings are taking place.
NAACP Youth Council meetings on Monday night at 7 o'clock. Andre will come back with us a little later on in the show. He'll tell us a little bit about it, a little bit more about it. But sit back, relax. Lex is fixing to do his thing now. We got another 2 minutes. And then that way we can take that caller that's on the other line. Am I correct? Of course I'm correct. Calvin is perfect. Okay. So enjoy being a part of this, the perfect Clara Luper radio show. At an opportunity time when we're making adjustments, sometimes you have to do things in a different way, and this is one of those times. So sit back. Don't relax. I know that you told that neighbor and David Hall, I appreciate what you're doing for us, man. We appreciate everything you've done. So this is it. Lex, I'm ready for this particular song. I know it's a good one. I don't know where we got it from. You think it's from that country store out there where Sterling, somebody...
Overcome violence. We are going to overcome hatred. We are going to learn how to love. I'm talking about real love.
What about ignorance?
We are going to overcome ignorance.
Oh, you think we can?
I think we have to. We have no other choice.
All right.
Okay.
Well, this is the Clara Luper radio show. This is a very special Saturday morning. And, Mom, just go ahead and just say whatever.
I can say whatever I want to.
You can say whatever you want to on your show.
I want to remind everyone that Janie Lert's funeral will be today at 11 o'clock at Tabernacle Baptist Church on Northeast 36th Street. I want to remind you that we're going to say goodbye to one of our faithful, devoted, dedicated club members, Jamie Lertz. Yes,
okay.
We're going to overcome.
We shall overcome. That was part of Mrs. Lert's legacy, and that will continue to live on because she felt, she acted, she showed in many ways and many times that she had an opportunity to share with all of us. She did her very best, and she showed us the very best. And I guess that's all you can do in life, isn't it?
That's right. Let me live in a house by the side of the road, where the races of men go by, the men who are good and the men who are bad, as good as bad as I. Janie Lertz, loving everybody.
All right. Well, this part of the program has been brought to you by none other than Allstate Insurance. And Allstate Insurance with Merlin Hildred. That's who I'm bragging on. 730 West Britton Road is the address. 843-0811 is the phone number. You can talk with Merlin. You can talk with April. But most importantly, we need you to come out there and, let us help you that way. Because any of your insurance needs, home insurance, life insurance, automobile insurance, helicopter insurance. Now, we will insure your home, and that includes your dog. But then that's special. We'll tell you about that. Now, if you got a special dog, then we got it's something else you have to do there. But April will tell you, Merlin will tell you. But the big thing is, let us take care of your insurance needs. Allstate Insurance, Merlin Hildred. That's my sister. That's my agent. And I know she's going to do a good job to make sure that you have all of your insurance needs cared for. 843-0811, 730 West Britton Road. All right.
Well, Dr. Mark Wilson and Mrs. Shelley Luper Wilson are in Florida.
Miami.
Yes.
Yes.
They're getting ready for that big game.
What game, Mom?
The big game, the real game.
The real game. It's been
and for the first time in the history of this nation.
You mean Millwood is playing down in Miami?
No.
Douglas is playing.
The first time you got two black coaches playing against each other. And they're friends. They call each other each week. Now, who do you think will win? The Chicago Bears or what's the name of the other team?
Well, Mom, I have no doubt in my mind. And my mind says that it will be a great game. You know, it's hard to believe that it's two black coaches, two Afro-American coaches that are coaching at this level. But then it's not to be unexpected.
I asked you who was playing against the Chicago Bears.
Well, Mom, I spend a lot of time. I do know. I spend a lot of time in Indianapolis.
Oh, I see. Who do you think will win?
In the Colts. I spend a lot of time in that. Not only because I spent time there, but because of the fact that the Colts seem to be a better team. Not that they're better coached. I'm not going to say that because both teams are doing exceptionally well. But then we won't worry about that part of what happens coming up. But what we will worry about is how well the teams play.
Well,
and I
both
think
teams
we're
are going to play well. They're going to have to play well to be where they are.
Well, they're there. And I know Shelley's happy. I know Dr. Mark is extremely happy, too, because of the fact that, Shelley has an advertising agency. And she works with some of the Chicago Bears on helping them on several different foundations. And Sydney and Sydney Clara and what's the other baby's name? Sasha, that's it. Sasha, they all excited too. They wish that they could have gone to this year's game, but maybe they have an opportunity to go to next year's game. But what we want you to do is that in the process of looking at the Super Bowl, in the process of preparing for the Super Bowl, think about what we can do here to help our young people. How can we inspire them to go on and to higher achievements? And I'm glad that Brother Carbon is here because this is a young man that has started out in the NAACP as a reluctant member, but he rose to the ranks, and he's gone to the ranks. And I wanted him to share with us just a little bit more. Is that all right with you, Mom? Okay, that's all right. Okay, so what I want you to do, Carmen, is tell them about how your time as a president of the NAACP Youth Council and the experiences that you had nationwide and statewide with the NAACP and the experiences and how those people over there at Edmond, those people up there at Clinton, those people over around Weatherford, I mean, what they could expect to come out of their experiences with the NAACP Youth Councils, NAACP experience.
Well, one thing I forgot to mention was what you said about the AXO program on the national level and on the state level. I had a chance to compete on the state level here in Oklahoma City, and I won in two categories last year. And the categories that I participated in were oratory and music, vocal, contemporary, and I won first place. And I got to go to Washington, D.C. to represent Oklahoma City and the state of Oklahoma in those two categories on a national level. And being there in Washington, D.C., representing Oklahoma City was a great honor. But sometimes, when you're competing, you've got to realize that you've got to be prepared, and you've got to know what you're going down there for, and you got to know what you want to do. And participating in those categories, there were a lot of participants and a lot of people that I got to meet and encounter and have conversations with, and things that I got to see was just amazing. The projects in different categories was just out of sight. It's just really amazing to see the young people my ages and around 16, 17, 18 years old doing what they're doing in their prospective cities and their states. And the winners are very, once you win on a national level and once you get to participate on a national level, it's an experience like no other, really. And you just really, if you be a part of the NAACP, is something to experience. And going to those conventions every year is just life changing, and the people you get to meet is just excellent. And Barack Obama, the black senator from Illinois, he was at the convention in Washington D.C. We got a chance to meet him, and it's just a lot of people that come through there. Jesse Jackson has been there. I think he was the year before, and it's just different people that you get to meet and you get to talk to and conversate with. It's just an experience that you don't really want to miss. If you have a chance to do it, you don't want to miss. But it's really something. And Calvin, I'm gonna give it back to you simply because I'm through talking.
I can understand that, but then having been a loser myself, I appreciate talking to another loser. Poor Mr. Carver went up there, and he did a good job. I don't know if he did his best, but he did a good job. And we almost brought back a medal from the Act So competition. But we'll tell you more about that. Monday nights, 6 o'clock, there at the Freedom Center, 2609 North Martin Luther King. Great things happen when you listen to the Clara Luper radio show. Great things happen because we hope that we want you to do something to inspire yourself, to make a difference in our community. Our community needs your help. Now, if you want to sit back, lay back, and not do nothing, and just be a part of the statistics, make Sheriff Wetzel and all them happy. If you want to be a part of that, give the NAACP Youth Council an opportunity to be a part of your life. I'm certain that it will make a difference. Mom, what do you think? Am I right?
I think you're right because there's no substitute for NAACP.
Uh-huh.
And you parents need to teach your children that it was the NAACP that made it possible for you to move to Edmond, to Yukon, to Moore, name it. It was the NAACP that made it possible for you to go to integrated schools. And you should get behind the NAACP. We are the only race that I know of who don't teach our own children about NAACP.
Well, Mom, probably one of the reasons we don't is because we're not proud of the fact that we are the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. That's a different thing. But we're running down on time here, and this is a very special Saturday morning. This is a special Saturday morning not only because of the losses that we have, and we talked about Mr. Lurks, and I want to mention my good friend Vernon Hudson, who passed, and his services were held on January 16th. But Vernon was a good friend, Air Force veteran, but he was a good friend during the Air Force and after the Air Force. We can work together.
Calvin, I would like to tell everybody we need help. Now, some of you have called me and said that NAACP wasn't doing nothing. You're the NAACP. We need your help. N-O-W.
All right, you said it.
Have I made myself clear?
I don't know about N-O-W. I think you better say the word now.
That's right.
Now is what we're talking about. But then we're down to a couple minutes left in the show.
Calvin, you got to sing it.
Mom, I got to sing.
You've been practicing all the week.
I've been practicing. I've been out there, and Sasha and Sydney have been helping me.
Are you better than you were last Saturday?
Of course. Of course.
How many hours did you practice this week?
I didn't put it on a time clock, but then what I did do was make sure that my neighbors heard me, and they thrown some things at me, so I must have been doing pretty good.
Okay, well, I want to hear.
But then, because I'm celebrating in many a different way. Not only the fact that my birthday is coming up on February the 10th, which we'll talk about next week. We want all of you to be a part of that show. But then we're also talking about a young lady whose birthday is coming up February the 12th. She'll be 13. No, she'll be a little older than that. Sister Carbon. She'll be all in. She'll be all in that. My experiences have been that Linda Carbon. Her birthday is coming up February the 12th. February the 10th is a very special day in my life because that is my birthday, and I want all of you to celebrate with me. But I want you to celebrate with me in a nice way. Don't get in no trouble. Don't steal nothing. It's just not necessary to steal because what did Grandma used to say? With these hands, I will not steal. But this goes out especially to Linda Carbon, to what was it? I can't find it. To I meant to sing it to you, but here it is. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Linda. Happy birthday to you. But may you have many, many more.
An undisputable fact. You cannot sing. It's time now to sing.
Mama.
It's time now
Mom.
to sign Oklahoma.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
You want to be a page? It's time to sign up now. If you want to be an escort? Sign up now. Undisputable. Calvin Luper cannot sing.
I'm practicing. I'm trying to get better. But then, most importantly of all, I want to make sure that during the course of this week, I stay out of trouble. That I don't take nothing from nobody. I don't steal nothing. That I be a part of making our community, our Oklahoma City community, our Oklahoma community, our Oklahoma State community, a much better place. I'll do my part. You do yours.
This is Clara Luper. I would like to thank you for the fantastic meals that you've given me. I haven't had to want for anything, flowers, money, gifts, meals, because of you. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Back to Calvin.
And we love you. And we love you so dearly that we want you to love everybody in your area. Spread the love. Good things have happened. You've taken your notes. This is Calvin Luper saying goodbye.
And this is Clara Luper saying
temporarily goodbye. Not a goodbye, but I'll see you a little later on next week. Wait till next week's show. Whoa, what an exciting time.
This is Clara Luper saying, I love you. Stay out of trouble. And if you go to jail, you in jail. I'm not going to get you out. Okay.
I'm not going.
Okay. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.